So for number 3, they jump us into a word problem. Now, don't be alarmed by the word problems. Most of them can be figured out by treating it like a puzzle, and this one's pretty simple. They tell us that Armand sent M text messages each hour for 5 hours. Armand sending M text messages each hour for 5 hours. And Tyrone is sending P text messages each hour for 4 hours. P text per hour for 4 hours. Now, really all we have to do is think about this. If Armand is sending M texts an hour for 5 hours, that's really just 5 M texts in total because it's 5 per hour for M texts for 5 hours. M texts per hour for 5 hours. Same thing with Tyrone. P texts per hour for 4 hours is just 4P. And at that point, because M and P are not like terms, we can actually just add these together, and that's our answer. Now, another thing that we can do here, guys, is if you're having trouble conceptualizing that, plug in a few simple numbers for these variables. What if I told you that Armand here sent 2 texts per hour for 5 hours? Now, your brain would pretty quickly determine, well, hey, if he's sending 2 texts per hour for 5 hours, that's 10 hours. I keep saying hours. I mean texts, excuse me. Texts, yeah. So that's 10 texts altogether. Why? Because your brain very quickly knows to do this operation. For some reason, when it's simple numbers involved, it's an easier thing to do. But just remember, just because they throw a variable in there, you're doing the exact same thing.